friends and families, thank you so much for joining us for part 2 of our reading lesson. For the next part of our reading lesson today, we're going to talk about sequencing with the story we read yesterday, the story of Ferdinand. So I put a few events up here that I thought were the most important events that happened in the story. There were a lot of events that happened in the story, but I didn't want to write them all because that would probably take all day. So I just wrote down the 4 most important events. But the only problem is I don't think they're in the right order. Let's see if any of them are. Let's read them together. This one says, the man brought Ferdinand home and he was able to sit under his favorite tree again. The second one says, Ferdinand sat on a bumblebee and it hurt. The third one says, Ferdinand liked to sit and smell the flowers. And the last one says, Ferdinand did not fight. Instead, he smelt the flowers in the lady's hair. Do those sound like they're in the right order? No, they sound like they're in a totally different order. So you can help me put them in order today. And to help us, we're going to use our book. So we have all of these different sentences up here. How would we know which one comes first? Well, could we use our book to help us? Yeah, we could use our book. So let's be on the lookout for the very first thing that happens in our story. So we're going to open up the book, go past the title page, and then you might have to reread some of the pages. Well, we don't really need this page. This just talks about the setting. So we could go past that page. Oh, do you remember what happened on these 2 pages? That's right. It said there was a little bull and his name was Ferdinand. All the other little bulls he lived with would run and jump and butt their heads together. That's not really on sequencing up here, so let's keep going in our book until we find our first event. Do you remember what happened on this page? That's right, it said that he liked to sit quietly and smell the flowers. Who's he? That's right, Ferdinand. Was that on our chart over here? You're right, it's right here. It says, Ferdinand liked to sit and smell the flowers. So I'm going to exit out of this and I'm going to put a 1 next to that statement because we know that that is the very first thing that happened in a story. So let's go ahead and put a 1 next to that event. Perfect. Now, let's keep going. So we did these 2 pages. Oh, do you remember what happened on these 2 pages? That's right, his mom was getting worried about Ferdinand because he was all by himself. Was that event on our chart? No, I don't remember the chart talking about the mom. So let's keep going. Do you remember what happened on this page? Right, Ferdinand is growing up and he's becoming a really big bull. We're so close to finding the next event in our story. Uh-oh, what happened on this page? That's right, a few men came and they wanted to take Ferdinand away. Was that event on our chart? Let's see. This one says, the men brought Ferdinand home, and he was able to sit under his favorite tree again. That event does talk about men, but let's see if there could be another event that happens before then. Ferdinand sat on a bumblebee and it hurt. Oh, we haven't quite got there yet. Ferdinand did not fight. Instead, he smelt the flowers in the lady's hair. It doesn't really talk about the other men quite yet, so let's keep going in our story. So the men are there. And then it talks about the men. Oh, and then what happened? What do you see in this picture? That's right, Ferdinand went to sit in his favorite pasture And he saw a what? That's right, a bee. And what happened? That's right, it stung Ferdinand. And what did he do? Do you remember what happened when the bee stung him? That's right, he went crazy. He jumped all about and he made really loud noises, like this picture right here. Was that event on our chart? Did it talk about a bumblebee? You're right, right here it talked about a bumblebee. So that must be a second event. So we're gonna put a little 2 next to that event right there. We're gonna put 2, because we know that that event happened next in our story. Now, let's go back to our book. We have 2 events left. The men brought Ferdinand home, and Ferdinand did not fight. Which one do you think came first? Let's go back into our book and make sure that we have the correct order. So then the men saw him. What happened in this page, or these pages? That's right, they're taking Ferdinand away. Where are they taking him to? That's right, they're taking him to the bullfight because they wanted him to fight with other bulls. And then, that's right, they're marching in the parade. And they're still marching. And then Ferdinand's coming out. But what happened? What happened when he came out? That's right, all he wanted to do was sit there and do what? Smell the flowers in the lady's hair. Hey, wait a second, is that event on here? That's right, it's right here. It says Ferdinand did not fight. Instead, he smelt the flowers in the lady's hair. Is that the next event that happened in our story? You're right, it is. So we need to put a 3 next to this event right here. So we're going to put a 3 because we know that event happened next. So that only leaves 1 event left. But let's go back into our story and make sure that it is the next event that happened. So Ferdinand was there. He was sniffing the flowers. And how was everybody else feeling? Right, everybody else was kind of upset with him because they wanted him to fight in a bullfight. So what did they do? That's right, they took Ferdinand home. And when they took him home, what was Ferdinand able to do again? You're right, he was able to sit under his favorite tree and smell the flowers all day. So now that event, that last bullet up here, must be event number 4. The last thing that happened in our story. So we're going to put a 4 next to that event. Now, let's read our events back in order and see if they're in the correct order this time. So we're going to start with number 1 right here. It says, Ferdinand liked to sit and smell the flowers. Then, Ferdinand sat on a bumblebee and it hurt. Then, Ferdinand did not fight. Instead, he smelt the flowers in the lady's hair. And finally, the men brought Ferdinand home, and he was able to sit under his favorite tree again. Wow, that's much better. That's in the correct order now. Thanks, friends, for joining us, and stay tuned for our math video.